So for the interview itself, firstly, do you feel prepared? Do you feel like you've done your homework, as we've already discussed? Dress smartly, even if it's online. And if the interview is online, make sure you have a tidy background or a blurred background. If it's an in-person interview, arrive about 10 minutes before so that you've got time to sit down and breathe, and make sure you're clear about where you need to get to and allow plenty of time for that. Keep calm, breathe, and smile. Smiling is so important. Personality is key, as I'm going to be talking about again and again. Be positive and seem positive. Give yourself time to think of your answers. You don't need to rush into it. And if you don't understand a question that you're asked, ask them to repeat it. That's absolutely fine. And just remember that you may be asked to do a practical task either during the interview or after the interview. That's quite a common part of an interview process in this country. And in some jobs, it might be a written test. Remember, as I say, personality is half the battle. Show that you're smiling and friendly. That's very important. People need to think, I want this person in my team. They're a good communicator. And it doesn't matter what job that's for. Show you know about and want to work for this company. You might have put in lots of applications to lots of different companies, but each company wants to think that there is a particular reason why you want to work for them. So make sure you give some reasons for that. Make sure you put across all your skills, hard and soft skills. Be honest. If you haven't got that experience, don't pretend that you have, but be positive about any lack of experience. Ask the pre-prepared questions. And this may not be your forever job, but don't let the interviewer know that. And finally, again, smile. That's so important. So some examples of the sorts of questions you might ask, and this will depend very much on the job that you're applying for. So, for example, what are the working hours in this job? How many hours are guaranteed every week? What would you do on the average day? Will I be on a temporary or permanent contract? And if it's temporary, are the possibilities of making it permanent? What is the training that you'd have? When would you want me to start? And how many staff are you taking on? But there are many others. For example, you might want to say, how big is the team? Who will be my direct manager? I mean, really, it will depend very much on what the job is that you're applying for. But the most important thing is that you do ask some questions. Now, these are some examples of questions you might be asked in an interview. And of course, this is how long is a piece of string. There could be many, many different questions, but these are some examples. What kinds of other jobs have you applied for, you might be asked? What experience can you bring to this job? Are there things in the job description which you haven't done? Why do you want to work for us, for this company? Why is there a gap in your CV between certain dates? And make sure that you have a reason for that. And again, it's important to be honest about this. So, for example, if you were traveling or something else was happening, then you can explain that. What do you think would make you a good, whatever it is, the job is that you're applying for? And what experience do you have of working with customers or in a people job? What do you think the average day looks like in this job? So that's turning on its head the question you might ask about the average day. Sometimes you might be asked, what do you think the day would be like? Which shows the organization that you've really understood what the job is. Another question, give me an example of where you've shown for example, teamwork or good customer service. And also, you might be given an example situation of something dealing with a particularly difficult issue. So, what would you do if blah blah blah? And maybe they'll ask, is there anything else you would like to tell me about yourself? Which is a good opportunity to add in all the things that you might not have felt that you've put across about the skills that you have.